In this video, we are going to learn about DataFrames. DataFrame is the main tool that we are going to use in Pandas. A data frame is a two-dimensional data structure, which means data aligned in a tabular fashion in rows and columns. Pandas DataFrame consists of three principal components: data, rows, and columns. As you can see here, we have some rows, 1, 2, which has indexes 1, 2, 3, 4 until 7, and we have columns, so named index, name, age. Data frames can be created by loading some real data or creating from lists, dictionaries, etc. Let's import the libraries that we are going to use. So import NumPy as NP, import Pandas as PD, and from numpy.random import rand n. And in order to see the same random numbers, it will be better to write np.random.seed and 101. Now let's create a data frame. df equals pd.dataframe and parentheses. First, we are going to pass in data argument, then the index and the end column argument. So df equals pd. So this, what we created, is empty data frame, and now we are going to create a data frame that has some data in it. Data frame. So let's pass in at first the data, rand n, 4 rows and 3 columns. Then index A, B, C, and D. And of course, the column names X, Y, and Z. We write here 4 and 3 in rand n because we want to have an array of 4 by 3. So we have 4 rows and 3 columns. Each of these columns is a Pandas series and all share the same index. Now let's have a look how indexing works. Let's at first have a look on our data frame. So here it is. So our data frame, the rows A, B, C, D, and columns X, Y, and Z. Now let's have a look at indexing. One way is by writing the name of the data frame, like df, and then square brackets, and then the name of the column, for example, X. And it will print the column with the name X, which is a series. If you want, you can check the type of it by writing type, and then df, square brackets, and then the name of the column. And here it is, the type. It's a series. And we can also check the type of the whole data frame by writing type and df. And here is it. It is Pandas data frame. The second way to select the column from data frame is by writing the name of a data frame, df, then putting a point, and then the name of the column. And here you get the same result. But this is not recommended as it can be confusing with the methods of data frame. If you want multiple columns, you can write the names of those columns in a list. Like, for example, df, and then you should create a list of column names, X, let's say, and Y. And here you are with the 2 columns from the data frame. Now let's have a look at how we can create a new column. You can, for example, create a column that is a sum of 2 other columns. Let's say df, square brackets, and the name of the new column, let's say G, equals df, square brackets, X, plus df, square brackets, Y. And df. So here is it. Our data frame, the new column is G, which is the sum, here, we should put plus. And here is it. So G is the new column, which is the sum of X and Y. In order to remove a column, we can use the method drop, df.drop, and then the name of the column and axis equals 1. This method drop requests the second argument, which is axis. And if you want to remove a column, the axis should be 1. If you want to remove a row, then you should write axis equals 0. But now if we check the df, after dropping the column G, we can see that we still have that column G. If you want to completely remove it, the column, you should write the third argument as well. You should write here in place equals true. And now if we check df, we will see that we don't have the column G. We can remove a row as well, as I already said. So we can write df.drop. And for example, we can remove the row B and axis equals 0. And here it is. So we have A, C, and D. Our data frame is already without B. So 0 is for the row and 1 for the column. Why is it like that? Because if we write the f.shape, then we'll see two numbers, 4 and 3, where 4 is the number of rows and 3 is the number of columns. Now let's have a look at how we can select a row. Let's again check our data frame. So df, here it is, X, Y, Z, and A, B, C, D. As we didn't write here in line equals 2, we still have the row B. First one is we write the name of the data frame, df, then put a point and write LOC. After that, we can write the name of the row that we want to select. So in square brackets, df log A. So here it is, our A column, and A row, and the columns are X, Y, and Z. The second way is based on index location. We can write df.I log, then square brackets, then 1. In this method, you write the name of the data frame, then again put a point, and in this case, you should write I log, and then in square brackets, write the index of the row. For example, for row B, the index is 1. And let's have a look. Here it is, our row B. If you want to select a subset of a data frame, you can write df.loc A and X. So in this case, we take the row A and column X. So it is just one number. If you want to select a subset of a data frame, you can write df.loc You can pass also a list of columns and rows, df.loc, square brackets, then another one as a list. We should write the name of the rows, A, B, let's say, and another list. And we should write the name of the columns, X, let's say, and Y. And here we get a subset of rows A, B, and columns X and Y. We can, for example, try to get these last 4 numbers. So they are located on the rows C and D and columns Y and Z. For that, we should write df.loc, then list C and D, and also another list of column names, Y and Z. And here they are. Thanks, and please subscribe if you don't want to miss the new videos.